What's up, what's up, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing, everybody? And we're back for another commentary video. Okay. Look like I had something in my nose. Anyway, so as you can see in the title of this video, honey, we're gonna be discussing Sweetie and Lil Baby and Dababy and Danny Lane. Okay? Yes. We gotta get into man and the colorism of it all, okay? All right. Let's start off. I'm gonna go ahead and get into Dababy and Danny Lane since that was the first story that broke the internet for a lovely while. Okay, and of course the continuance of the straight embarrassment that this man has put this young woman through. Not only the embarrassment and the humiliation that he put this young woman through, but also the fact that there's a little baby involved, a 3-month-old baby involved. And then the back and forth feud between Danny Lane and Mimi, which is the first baby mama. My whole commentary on this is I did an actual video last year. When they had the whole controversy when she came out with the yellow bone is what he wants song, and of course she definitely got dragged for it. She's called herself the Dominican Monroe, and it just really basically exposed a lot of things about Danny that a lot of people pretty much already kind of figured, and then it kind of put you know red bone women and yellow bone women, however you want to call them. I mean, just light skinned women in general, because not all light skinned women are simple or as simple minded as a Danny Lee. Okay. Um and yeah, Sweetie being one of them. I don't perceive Sweetie being and it's just my opinion, because some people may look at her and say she does, but Sweetie haven't given the behavior like there's nobody has ever exposed Sweetie for this type of behavior. So if Sweetie does feel this way, baby, she was smart enough not to get caught. Okay, okay, all right. So when you think about the situation of you know the baby and Danny Lane getting into their altercation and him, putting her and the 3-month baby out and everything, and she basically exposing, what he did to her that night, and as far as when there was in their sexual encounter and everything like that. I've said this, and I've said this on in my last year's video, which I put out this year. These guys do not look at the female for who they are in the inside. And see, when you are as simple minded, like I say, a guy is going to treat you on how you portray yourself, how you carry yourself. And see, you basically gave him even more ammo to treat you in the manner that you treated. Now he knew what to use to uplift you. Danny Lane, I don't think you realize, had that been him doing that to Mimi, you would have never, ever felt, oh, you women empowerment and how women should understand how you feel as far as women being treated in such a manner. And, the fact that like you was enraged because it was done to you. You were victimized because you felt victimized because it was done to you. And see, when it was done to when it was done to Mimi, if he had to embarrass Mimi in the way that he did you, because he has embarrassed Mimi, but not. Let me tell you something. There's levels. When I mean there's levels, there are some women that they will humiliate involuntarily, and there are some women they will humiliate voluntarily. He voluntarily humiliated you, Danny. And I would sit here and tell you, woman to woman, honey, the yellow bone baby is what he's going to be, is what he drove, dragged. Let me put it out there. But it's all on how you carried yourself that man basically used how you feel about yourself against you. You know, he's a dark skinned man. Okay. If you was to compare him, if he was to compare himself to who can I use as an example? Um, Albie Shore's son, the one Diddy raised. If he was to compare himself to Homeboy, he honestly feel like women would pick him over him. So you have to understand when you're dealing with a guy whose mentality don't even feel like that they can pull somebody like you. Insecure men do crap like that to women who looks like you because it gives them some sense of entitlement and secures some deep down insecurity that they have within themselves. See, you don't understand when you looking at a guy who is just as dark as Dababy is, the same way you will feel like a dark skinned woman will feel compared to you is the same way a dark skinned man will probably compare himself to a lighter man. At the end of the day, he knew how you felt about yourself. You felt you was better than Mimi, somebody who do consider his people, somebody who does have his heartstrings, because the love that they do have is genuine. The love that they do have is trustworthy. They've been in each other's lives for a while now to pretty much know how each other's operate. And that will forever hold out as strong than just you being a yellow bone baby. That right. Okay? I'm here to tell you that shallow way of thinking is a shallow treatment as his shallow way of thinking when it came to how to treat you as a woman. Because he didn't see you as a woman. He saw you for the how can I say it? The conceited chick that you were. The low-key conceited chick that you were. And when he was able to sit here and get you to fall for him in the manner that he did, not only that, you allowed this man to basically impregnate you. But I wouldn't even say, let me tell you something. That dude say, trap a nigga gone wrong. And then he's insinuating, baby, that you wanted that baby, not him. He didn't want a baby with you. It seemed as if you wanted a baby by him. And see, I wouldn't sit here and ignore that it would be a thing. Because yes, I can't sit here and say, and I would never say that a female set a man up to, I would never say it, but let's not act like it's not a thing. When you have a guy who's in a mission of making, when you have a guy who's in a mission of having a good time with you, and by all means, I'm not saying that's not the case with them two, because who knows how that could be. But I will give you my opinion on that as soon as I make this point. When you in a situation where you have a guy who you fall for, and you already competing yourself against the first woman that he dealt with before you came along, and when you feel like you're the upgrade despite whatever situation, skin color, hair texture, eye color, whatever the situation is, when you come in the picture, and then not only that, you brought not only more to, you felt in your mind your looks, and the fact that you are not a black woman, and you're something new and improved. You competed with this dark skinned woman, but it really kind of makes me think, how did you look at that young woman's little girl? How did you look at Mimi's little girl? I mean, the way you embraced your pregnancy, it was almost like, yeah, I know that my little girl, if I was to give him a little girl, it'll look better than that. And in my mind, guys, I'm sorry. And in my mind, in my opinion, that is also a thing. That is also a thing. Because yes, you do have females out here, and it really doesn't matter the color. But when you automatically feel like you're a red bone in the shadow way of thinking already, it wouldn't be far fetched to me that Danny Lane would definitely think about the fact that, okay, if she was to give him a daughter, that the daughter would be prettier than the one Mimi me with him, okay? And I mean, I'm just sorry. That's just my opinion on that. Am I saying the way Danny? But see, Danny laid shadow way of thinking when she came out with that Yellowbone song. Pretty much the odds are against you, honey, because you have basically put yourself out there to feel like red, light is better. And I mean, at the end of the day, to each his own. You can think what you want to think, but I'm gonna tell you like this: don't sit here and think that you know how these men think, because I'm telling you, you have to understand what you're dealing with, baby. And this is psychological of it all. So that everybody don't check the inside. Everybody want to sit here and look at the outer appearance. So if you're thinking about outer appearance, if you're not deep within, you know, if you all on the outside and your internal has no idea, baby, you like as if you're so simple minded to the fact that you will sit here and compare yourself. Because I mean, for you to compare yourself to Mimi and the fact that she's a beautiful girl, you couldn't understand why this man would still deal with her after he dealt with you. You don't understand. You know why? Because you're so absent minded. Because all you saw was your complexion. If you looked at the way you looked at and you were a little more dark skinned, you know, probably could kind of say that, okay, it's not as, I mean, it's conceited, but it's not we couldn't say colorism thing. You couldn't say, oh, you feel like you look better than her as some type of a dig. Like it would really be because you feel like you're the better looking woman. But the fact that you're a light skinned woman saying this, yes, the colorism issue will be the fact that this is how people are gonna feel you think. But then shit, you made it a day, give away with the goddamn song. Oof, Lord Jesus. Anyway, but I do feel like Mimi should have basically played her hand in a way where she should have responded. I mean, Mimi, you basically like, girl, we see it, we get it. We don't people have jumped her up on it. You're adding the fuel, you're gaslighting the situation by getting behind that camera. Cause now I guess you want to use this opportunity to speak out when you could have just spoke out on a lot of like you could have spoke out on this when he actually didn't do Danny like that. It was almost like, let me, you know, kill her. Let me do a kill over. Let me do a kill, a overkill. And that's exactly I felt like Mimi you were going for. And I think that you kind of gave yourself a bad look when you did that because, like I say, yes, she may have, you know, been with this man, but the way, and then too, the fact that man, these chicks going at it, man, that shit funny. But it was funny, but it wasn't funny. When these chicks was going back and forth, honey, and Mimi say, Lord Jesus, Mimi say, no, scratch that. I don't even know where to start. I'm sorry. I can't even get it out because let me say something. So I'm gonna just highlight the punchlines that did it. That it was that punchline for me. Okay, between the both of them. When Daddy Lay said something about girl, he wasn't even yours when I got with him. Basically, that man ain't claimed yours. If y'all was together, you could have fooled me. That's what she told me. Baby, he wasn't claiming you, honey. And something about some period drugs, baby. I didn't understand that shit. But what happened? What happened? Bro, no, not the period drugs, baby. What happened? Then Nene come back with and what hotel you going to now? Boy, baby, he's supposed to say touchy. The shade of it. Oh, it was the punchline for me. But, and this man gets up on live and the popcorn in my seat. Now I say, come on, ladies, man, we gotta get this shit together. Yes, I get it, but Danny Lane, don't play yourself as no victim if it was done to the other woman, because it was done to you. Now all of a sudden it's like a women empowerment, how men treat women. And let me tell you something. I'm just sorry to say this. I don't care who get offended by it. At some point, We gotta want to take accountability so we can grow from our mistakes. And what I mean by taking accountability, don't let this man sit here and humiliate you on camera and now you're a victim. You got up there making because he denied you in public. And you basically want to sit here and say, oh, he trying to humiliate me. He put me and my baby out. He just said that third. When you know you wouldn't have kept that same energy and you wouldn't have felt the same if he had done it to Mimi and not you. And see, did it ever appear to you that this man basically, he publicly humiliated you voluntarily, you know? His intentions, I don't think, was to humiliate Mimi, but I mean, at the end of the day, he know he can't control the internet. And he know eventually messing with you was gonna. And I believe that Danny Lane was basically like a challenge to him. He felt it was gonna be a challenge to him. And then when he got you, then when he got you, you damaged goods now. Now you can't even look at this man and say whatever negative things you want to say with this man because this man trashed you first. See, what you fail to understand, like I said, when you got a guy that looks like Dababy, and like I said, you put him with an I'll be sure looking dude, a light skinned dude, like their insecurities are there, but they use their insecurities and they try to make a mockery out of women who shallily think like females like Danny Lane. Females like Danny Lane, who is simple minded as she is, he basically used that and played you. He used that to his advantage to basically to put you in a position where that cockiness and that arrogance, baby, that you had going on because of how you look, hmm, trashed, dragged, trashed you. He blowed you out. Now, boo, you blowed out. You dragged. Like he dragged you, he trashed you, and it's almost like you. And it's national. Oh my God, it's worldwide web, baby. It's worldwide web for millions and millions to always be able to pull that up. So you can't never get up there trying to play like you're so fine. Yeah, you're such the upgrade when you don't sit there and let this man trash you in the way he did. Nah, any man could throw that up on your face. Oh man, you ain't like that when that man drag you like you. I mean, baby, you have to live with this. This is always gonna be a thing for you. So we might not want to be full of ourselves. And you know what? And the crazy part about it is, you got females that don't even look like a Daddy Lee, and they're red. So so on the top that she got drugged like that, not only is she red, but she's pretty too. Hmm, moving on. Um, I'm gonna say this to Mimi. No, I'm gonna say this to Dababy. If you had any type of a reputation and you want to be out there to have the uplifting women sell for you, if anything was to go wrong with your brand because of this situation or because you're going to be labeled as a womanizer from the rest of your career. And it's obvious why you're having daughters. But yeah, for now. For now. But you better humble yourself, sir. Humble yourself. Because what you put in the universe, you'll get back out. Danny Lane has seen that come to pass. Mimi has seen that come to pass. You know, and it's really, really, it really, really baffles me how you are entertained by the mother of your daughters, embarrassing and going back and forth like a real man would never. And I said that in my last video. A real man would never. I actually liked it, Dababy, but I look at him as a whole. Because when that man brought his mama on, And when he mentioned about how his mama called him handsome and made him feel good about himself and everything like that, Danny Lane, that was a dark-skinned woman that made that man feel good about himself. And who's to say how Danny Lane, I mean, not Danny Lane, I'm sorry, how Mimi has uplifted this man behind closed doors? You know? It, you, though your shallow way of thinking, because you're so stuck in self, I don't think you even thought of uplifting this man in that way, in that manner. Because in his mind, if he didn't look the way he looked, I mean, if he didn't have the money to you want to give that man a second look. And he knows that. See, he looks at, and Mimi dealt with him when he had nothing. Before he was the baby, him and Mimi was dealing with each other. I want to say that's how that went down, you know. But of course, she was the baby mama. She was the chick that was with him before he got big, So I don't know. But I want to say it's something that's solid there. It's something that's solid. Even though he's a cheater and a liar, and but the fact that they still remain some type of solidness. Like I say, he didn't drag me in the way he did you. So there's some type of solidness about it, despite him being a liar cheater. Okay. Okay. So yes, I just want you to understand that. Like I say, these guys play on that. So we women, we got to be a little bit better than that in how we carry ourselves, because that's exactly what they're going off for. They're going off how we treat and carry ourselves. And an insecure man will humble you very quickly. But I say again, sir, you put that in that universe. Yeah, you around here talking about putting boyfriends and all that on the RIP shirt and all that shit like that. Let me say something, baby. Your time gonna be coming. And you best what them dudes on RIP your ass. Okay? Because you around here sitting here talking tough, baby. But when them girls get older, when them girls get older, you're not younger. You get older. Maybe put in a position you can't protect them. You just never know. You never know how you gonna get that back out, sir. But you are a womanizer. You're a womanizer. And God ain't pleased at all with none of y'all grown ass people behavior. God ain't pleased with none of y'all grown ass people behavior. He's not. Okay, so we're gonna move on. Because Daniel, baby, Mimi, get it together. As women, y'all need to get it together. And yes, it's not that I'm coming for the women. Let me put that out there. But we're still grown. These are still grown women. These ain't young girls. Well, but at the end of the day, even if they are in their young 20s and this is the age where you do most of your fucking up, at the end of the day, there's common sense still. Period. I don't care. Moving on. Get it together, ladies. And Dababy. Moving on. Okay. So, Lil Baby and Sweetie. I'm going to tell you like this. Sweetie. It goes back to how I say about Danny Lane now, but I will say this. Sweetie really does not strike me as a colorist. And her looks and her skin tone should not bring the odds against her, because the way she embraced her aunt, who's a dark skinned woman who's always defending her. To me, I'm not saying it's not possible, and like I said, I'm not saying it's not a thing, because clearly we know what Danny Lane is a thing. But Sweetie doesn't. She's never. Well, let's put it like this: even if she's never gotten caught the way they know, and she's never gotten so cocky till it showed where she has had some type of controversy where she's showing some sign of being a colorist. I'm just saying. I've never seen Sweetie have those type of problems. I'm sorry. However, um, Sweetie strikes me as a person that I wouldn't have put her in a she wouldn't put herself in a position to be dragged like that. So if her and Lil Baby did have something going on behind the scenes and she exposed it to the world, I don't think it was based on a I fell for him type of thing. I think it was based on what Lil Baby put out there, the clout. You know what I'm saying? Um, do I feel Sweetie need Lil Baby for clout? No, because honestly, if you really look at it, what could she really gain from that? He's a famous rapper, but she pretty much, you know, known commercially. Well, she got an upper hand on being a light skinned woman, okay, and being a pretty girl on top of being light skinned. So for her to be in a situation where she's, you know, taking photos and posting, I don't know, sweetie, you had to put two and two together that somebody was gonna figure out that was a Lil Baby, you know. Um, so it's kind of odd. I mean, the way Sweetie moves is really hard to say whether she actually fell for this man or is it her exposing how this man fell for her, you know. And I do believe that Lil Baby felt a little something for her too, you know. And she basically showing out, see how men fall for me. I mean, I probably could have gotten those kind of vibes. Like, you see how they wine and dine me? You see how I can get anybody that I want? You know, if Lil Baby was saying bitches use me, like he had to been somewhat for him to use the word bitch. He doesn't strike me as a dude that would do that so quickly. So something in his mind that done tampered with them insecurities of his baby. Cause he was big mad. He was big mad about that. And some people want to sit here and say because, you know, Jada around here, basically inserted herself in the drama or in the situation before it became messy. Well, she was messy in the beginning. Sweet stupid. But anyway, like, you know, Jada been like the post. He didn't respond until you seen Quavo and the sister and everybody like now. So when he say bitches want to use clout, just use baby. But um, Quavo not a Quavo not a female. So when you will see a guy use B, I mean, and then again, it could be super. I don't know. He just doesn't strike me as a point where if he was talking about a dude, he would say a Negro. But then that would be a direct hit because that would be the only Negro that responded. So it's really hard to. It can be clear that he was speaking on Sweetie, but then it can be clear that he was speaking on. But then it can be clear that he was speaking on either Jada or Jada. Would I sit here and say he would go out his way calling Jada a B? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think he would use that terminology because I think he has some type of level. He has a level, some type of level of respect for her, you know. Um, but as far as Sweetie, um, in that regard, see, it could be that Sweetie fell for him and she couldn't hold in who she was dealing with. Or like I said, it could have been her basically putting out there because of how she looks, she can get any man she want, and that was her way of just proving to the world. And that probably would take baby off. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I understand that Sweetie should have just kept their relationship under wraps. I mean, the exposure, weren't gonna have any type of all positiveness, and I guess the fact that he was single, it was easier for you to do that. I put it like this. I know I don't, and then just my strong opinion that I really don't think Sweetie did it to get a hit at Jada, because to be, when you level these ladies up, Jada is pretty much basic. And I'm not trying to, no, not trying to shade, but compared to Sweetie and JD, like Sweetie actually is, she has her own outside of the Baby. Like, what would take Baby out the equation for Sweetie and JD, and who was staying alone? Let's be clear. Sweetie already have, like, she's actually a part of the industry versus Jada is affiliated with the industry. There's a difference. So I mean, no shade to Jada, but all jokes aside, like, she can survive without Lil Baby. You can't. Which is the thing to me why it was so funny to me that when they first posted about Sweetie and Lil Baby, the rumors of them dating, and you actually liked it. Okay, Jada, this is your way of making sure you are a part of the conversation. You want to make sure nobody forgot about you. Because to be honest, you know, like I said in my last video about Jada, when I did the Jada Waiter video, and I sat there and I said, Jada, her whole career now is built off of this man's fame. She People want to say, oh, and see, people want to sit here and give her props of, oh, she been that girl. She had something before. She was self-made before she got with this man and all that. Yeah, but she was limited. Okay? Who knows if his fame would not have been her way of continuing to build and be known, you know, and it would have came authentically by just her doing what she does and how she became known in the first place. But let's be clear, she was limited. She was limited. I ain't saying she would have continued to be limited had she kept going and being that businesswoman that she is and that she was before she met this man or became a part of the, before when this man blew up, whatever the situation may be. But I mean, we not gonna sit here and act like this man, and the fact that her being with this man and his his position in the music industry now took her from being more than just Instagram famous. But look at the comments of it all that she so-called responding to trolls when she was trolling herself to get trolled. Come on now, that was a thirst trap that she did by liking the situation. She was bothered by the fact that about Sweetie and Baby. She was bothered about it. However, like I said, she's in her mind, well, this is where I'm getting my notoriety from, dealing with him. So why not? I'm gonna make myself a part of the conversation. Just like I said, she didn't put up with all his mess for nothing. She was benefiting from it, even if she really did have love for this man, And I do believe she really did have love for this man. However, this man was not giving her the same energy. So, and I would feel like, being a business-minded woman that she is, why not let this all? Why let this all be for nothing? You know, she didn't go with God. She went with Lil Baby. And she is now known outside of Instagram. Okay, because that's what she wants a business in, right? Hmm. That's what she's getting all these other type of, you know, opportunity to be known outside of Instagram through you. Okay. Come on now. Let's not act like, you know, she started out self-made, but her career took off through that man thing. I'm just, hmm. And they are. But, you know, I just want to say that that's one of the reasons why I feel like, us women, we do tend to play ourselves. And after a while, everybody want to say, oh, They're not giving the man the responsibility. I mean, what the? You cannot sit here and continue to highlight what's already understood. That man is gonna be a man. And I want to say a man. A Negro gonna be a Negro. But it didn't seem like, to me, I think Baby was under the impression that she don't have to clout chase. I think that man was under the impression like what we got going on, you know, it'll be naturally found out. It won't be nothing neither one of us will slick like put out there and help people figure it out or help people find out, you know? So yeah, that shit looked real live thirsty, sweetie. But Jada, that shit looked real live thirsty with you too. Because I feel like this. That man didn't embarrass you, Jada. You and this man have both assumed and basically agreed that you the one that wanted to put yourself out there. And then see, and then Jada gave that shit away. Like I feel like the narrative that I just sat there and put out there about Jada purposely doing it because she wanted to be part of the conversation. She want to remain relevant, even when her and this man not together. She know the fact that people know that they're no longer together. When they speak on him about being another woman, there's a possibility she won't be the topic of discussion. She won't be a part of the discussion. So why not continue on? And like I say, it just proves my point. And then what was a dead giveaway, Jada, was the fact that you turn around and circle yourself trending. You let it be. No, come on, man. Come on, Jada, man. You playing yourself to be the basic chick that you really know you are. And I ain't trying to be going to, like I said, I'm not shading this girl, but like all jokes aside, like Jada, come on now, chill. Let your opportunity of being your own woman shine through. Yes. Will it probably take a while? Yes. Probably. Probably will take a while. However, the fact that you could build yourself outside of this man's brand, outside of this man's fame, outside of you being his girlfriend or baby mama, you're freaking up, girl. And then you want to sit here and try to act like you want to go up against these go up against social media and sit here and try to act like you've been that girl. Baby, you weren't acting like that, bitch. You weren't acting like it. You was acting like somebody who was a nobody. And you made yourself look real crazy. And the fact that when Quavo, it's like you even like the Quavo little comment. Come on, girl. That wasn't no compliment to you, girl. The hell? He just sat here and announced that you and Sweetie are like some joysticks or a goddamn joint. Puff pass. Come on, man, girl, chill. Chill, Jada. Chill. Like you looking real dehydrated, homegirl. Stop. You too pretty for that. Represent us Dosky like we should. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm back. But yeah, Jada, when you sat there and like I say, come on, you got to do it for us. And when you did that, see, look at me trending. I ain't even do nothing, girl. Come on now. Not only did you look dehydrated, but you look lame as hell doing it. Like now you doing it. Like come on. So it further does say that you sat there and made yourself feel like you were trending. You wanted to, and basically make it seem like you were authentically trending when technically you put you had to like some things. You had to insert yourself in a situation that had absolutely nothing to do with you. You know, you are not with this man. So stop making yourself a part of the, you're messing up your brand, homegirl. Because you got comments to people asking what the hell you even do. And all jokes aside, you sat there and said the most shallowest goddamn comment to look pretty and I make money. Girl, anybody make money. But the thing about it is you wasn't getting paid for that bullshit. You weren't getting paid. You was getting notoriety, but you was not getting the notoriety that you need to get in order to help you build you. You know what I'm saying? You know, Gina, I'm gonna come up off you. I'm gonna come up off you. But you becoming a disappointment. People like you. People have learned to actually like you, you know? But you making yourself look all the way like you're basically proving a lot of points that people really feel like, you are nobody when it comes to this man. You regular, you basic. You a basic baby mama. You might as well after a while put yourself in a category with Miss Golden, because Miss Golden was basically using, her child. She was using the fact that she's a baby mama to be relevant. Now you're using the fact that you're a baby mama because you're no longer the girlfriend no more. So you're now just the baby mama. You just as much as and when it comes to this man, you are in the same position as Miss Golden. As far as when it comes to this man, you are in the same position. You are also now just the baby mama. Okay? Now I'm gonna need you to just pipe down. Like, you making yourself look all the way crazy out here, Jada. You're a beautiful girl. Like, you ain't got to play yourself like that. Like, people gonna know you. They already know you. They know who you are. Just like now they know Miss Golden. Everybody don't maybe not know Miss Golden in the way they know you, but he's big enough to where they know who the hell she is too. And you're playing yourself like you're hurt with nothing going on. You supposed to be the booked and busy ex. Okay? Now you starting to look way more thirsty for clout than Miss Golden is. I mean, I'm just saying, Jada, come on, man. But sweetie, yeah, I'm gonna need you to get that shit together, sweetie. Like, I don't see what will be the purpose of you doing any of this, because at the end of the day, it you being with baby, I don't think makes or break what you have already going on. You know. Now, if it was to help your image of being, you know, this female that I can get anybody I want, baby. See, Quavo one thing, baby, but you dealing with a dude who already got his heart, was already, was solid with somebody else. Now I tell y'all, you better ask that lean, baby. Don't go around with these dudes who already done have female on their come up story, baby. Cause I'm gonna tell you, you will never be that girl. Them heartstrings already been tampered with. Them heartstrings already been pulled. So I don't come in like, sweetie, come on, baby. Don't put yourself in a position where a man have to humble you down. Don't do that. Don't do that. I like you. I really like you. I like you over. I like Danny Lane. I think Danny Lane is a straight life, simple minded, but I think more highly of you. Sweetie, don't play yourself like no Danny Lane out here and have to be embarrassed. Because it almost seems like this man is going to, embarrass you. You keep this shit up. I'm just saying. And do I feel like, that man got mad because of, nah, because it's bad for business. You on the same record label with your ex girl. You making this man look bad, and yeah, I believe baby was talking about sweetie ass. I believe this man was really feeling some ways, like, don't be trying to make me look like no simp ass dude, like simp ass ninja. Come on now. When a dude got a Negro mindset, baby, don't play with them because they can get real ignorant on your ass. Sure. Y'all better, I'm telling you. I think what happened to Danny Lane should be a lesson to all you simple-minded females, and I ain't talking about just the skin tone, just any female, period. When you are a female, well, a man is in a position where he can get another you, just like that. Don't get up on this social media using your looks as a weapon, because that'll be that same damn gun that's gonna be turned right back on your ass with that humble bullet. Oh shit. Man, embarrassment brought Danny to them knees, honey. Mm. Ooh. Mm-mm-mm. So I just wanted to speak on those two topics, guys. That is all that can come to mind on the topic as far as my commentary. And I just want us women to do better. Because I feel like if you have all of the, if you have all of the looks and the glam and the notoriety and all in the world, if you can just be led by God and not man, things will work out so much better for you. For you, you know. I'm just anyway. I was looking at my next look. I put like teeth. But anyway, y'all, I'm signing out. To each his own. I hope this video could kind of be, you know, somewhat of a message out there for you shallow thinking females and you insecure Negroes. But yes, I think I wanted to have a conversation with mostly of the ladies because, like I said, they cannot get away with anything that we don't allow them to. And if you continue to play yourself thinking and then going against the female in the midst of the situation, okay, going against the female in the midst of the situation, like I say, Danny Lay did it to try to down another woman, and Saweetie and JD did it for clout. I mean, everybody had their own reasons in this situation. Everybody had their own intentions. Okay, and I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. Danny Lee, stay your ass on the internet for a while. Get yourself together. You have a daughter looking up to you now. Okay, sweetie, keep that shit on mute and keep it cute. Okay, keep it mute. Because at the end of the fucking day, you can't come in all these territories because certain Negroes don't play with you. And little babies want them. He don't play that. He don't play that. He don't play that. Oh, I get anything from a dude, and you already don't put out there the band spun 100K. Girl, come on now, girl, don't get yourself embarrassed. You ain't seen that. Girl, did you see the Danny Lane story? Okay. But anyway, let me stop me off that last. Jada, sit your ass down some goddamn way. Sit your ass down some goddamn way. Sit down. I'm gonna have to. Baby, let me say something. I'm gonna have to be that aunt to tell you, girl, get your ass somewhere and sit down. Sit your ass down. Come on, man, you making us look bad. Sit your ass